part 2. I'm lining the sides of my tin for my cookie loaf. If you've just tuned in on part 2, the video before this one is the recipe for the cookie loaf that I'm making. I will put a playlist up at the top when I've done all the videos for it. The only thing with this is it takes quite a bit of time, really. And if anybody says wear gloves, you should wear gloves. Sod off. Imagine trying to do this with bloody gloves on. Like I said before, I've got a sink here right next to me. I'm washing my hands every 5 minutes. When you're a baker, your hands are never out of warm soapy water. Make sure, like I say, the seams at the bottom are all together, and your filling don't bubble out. Like I say, it takes a while, but it's delicious. That's your cookie loaf tin lined. Now I've got 2 jars of Nutella, but it's Aldi's own. Nutella, I think it's called. You need 600 grams of that, or whatever spread you're using. But before that, line the bottom, line the base with some chocolate. I'm using Kinder Bueno bars. And a few Kinder chocolate bars. I used these last time, but I used the milk, the white ones last time. This time I'm using milk chocolate ones with Nutella or Nutella. I find Nutella just as good as Nutella, to be honest. I do find these bloody Bueno bars hard to get out. As Terry would say, do my fucking head in. Is anybody watching Terry? My friend Terry that bakes, Terry Bakes. Give him a follow. My heart breaks for him today. They're on a well-deserved holiday in Turkey with the boys. And bless him, Bobby, his son, who's had quite a few serious seizures just lately and ended up in Addenbrooke's hospital down south. And they were told by the hospital that it would, you know, Bobby would be all right to go away on holiday, which they have done, and they were vlogging their holiday. And poor Bobby's had a seizure in the pool and Terry caught him face down in the water having a fit. So somebody around the pool has helped him, as there was no bloody lifeguard, and they've got him in hospital in Turkey where they are, but there's no interpreters and the language barriers just horrendous. I feel so sorry for him. Well, come on, Bobby lad. Get better, love. We're all rooting for you. Right, I've warmed it up in the jar. You need 600 grams. Well, the jar is, there's 400 grams in here, so I'm going to pour that in. And it is easier if you warm it a bit. My boys absolutely love this. And then I'll scrape it out with a silicone spatula because it gets a lot more out than a metal spoon. I've got another jar. Another 200 grams, I just guess it. This wasn't a full jar. I'm just going to put a few more bits of chocolate in it. Oh God, I hate these wrappers. I think Terry needs to get onto his insurance, his holiday insurance, and get that little lad flown home as soon as possible. He's struggling with the language barrier and everything. God love him. Oh, he has suffered this year, that little lad. He really has. Right. Put a bit more of this in. It's awful having somebody poorly when you're on holiday. It's bad enough when you're at home having a child that's poorly. It's such a worry. But being abroad, oh God, it once happened to me, but it were Alan, so it weren't so bad. We were both adults. But oh, it were awful. He were in hospital in Tenerife, and I were down south, and they taken him to this big hospital up north. I had to keep getting a taxi up there. Oh, it were a nightmare. Then they were going to operate on him. And Alan himself said, no operation. I'll go to my own hospital when I get home. They give him some crutches, and because it was his knee. It had dislocated, but he'd torn all his ligaments and that. They wanted to operate, but they said no.